Statistically, only 6% of you are subscribed, so if you're part of the 94% that isn't, please consider subscribing today. Heyo, Solibs here, and today I'm doing a video on Transformers 5 The Last Knight, Steelbane. So, here he is in his Dragon Wyvern mode. It's really awesome mode here. I really like how this looks. Just the whole, it's long and it's cool. You see it's got this sword here for storage. There's a little tab that goes into a hole right there. Throw that away for now. Now the articulation on this thing, it's got a ball joint at the base of the neck here. It's got a hinge here and also a swivel. There's a hinge here and there's a ball joint at the base of the head. These antennas are also on a hinge, and the mouth is also on a hinge as well. Tail is very similar. There's a ball joint, a swivel and a hinge, and then there's also a hinge here at the end of the tail. The legs are on ball joints, so they can go forward and back and come out. The knees are on swivels and bends. And then here at the foot, it's got a bit of a swivel and a hinge. That's more for transformation. The arms are on ball joints here, where they connect to the body, and hinges at the elbow. Of course, the wings are also on swivels, so you can move them out like this to get it in a bit of a flying pose, like this. Very nice. It seems there's a stand peg there on the side, so you could put it in a stand, but it probably wouldn't look too great. So let's get to some size comparison. Here he is next to Optimus. You can see how he looks so much larger than Optimus, even though Optimus is a large Voyager class and he's a deluxe class. In fact, quite a small deluxe actually when we get to robot mode. But yeah, he just looks so enormous next to Optimus. Now let's get down to the transformation. It's quite simple. The first thing you're going to want to do is close the mouth and move the antennas forward. You want to turn the entire head around. Move this piece down, and there is a little tab there that will go into a little hole there. And that will go in. Then you just want to flip the foot around. You want to do a similar thing on the tail, so just flip that away and then move the foot around. I'm going to take the wings, and I like to open them out like this. It just helps get them out of the way a bit. Then you want to come to the legs, you want to move them out like this. Take the wing section, move it back. Then here you want to turn this piece around. Actually no, the other way. Turn it that way, so this piece is pointing out like that. Come to this piece, turn it around, fold this entire piece down, and it taps into place there. Take the lower legs, turn them around like that. I'll come to this piece, you want to move them back, and slide this entire piece down. Move the arms around, these pieces will fold out. Turn the wrists around, straighten out the arms, and fold these pieces up. Same on this side, turn around, fold out, turn around, fold down, fold up. Then when we come to the back, see there are some notches here. You got that big one with the smaller one next to it. We'll go into these two holes here. So they just peg together like that. Same on this side, peg together like that. And then you take the wings and you just kind of angle them however you like. I like to fold them down like this, so this piece is kind of pointing out like this. I like to do the same on the other side, just like that. And there is Steelbane in robot mode. So here he is in robot mode. I really like how this knight motif works. I would have compared this guy next to my Dragonstorm figure, but unfortunately it's broken a bit and just doesn't really work super well. But yeah, otherwise I definitely would have compared it. But yeah, let's get down to some of this sculpting. The head sculpt is really nice. Unfortunately, the eyes aren't painted, they're just the same colour as the faceplate, which is a bit of a shame, but the sculpt is still really nice with this pointy bit at the top and these like grill pieces. This chest sculpting is also really nice with all the metallic blue and grey, along with sort of the skirt armour, I guess. His big shin pieces. I really like how the dragon feet end up on the arms like this. And then the wings are also really nice on the back here. See, there's a stand post right there. I also like how the dragon head ends up on the back of the leg along with the tail. Yep. So for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it can move all sorts of different directions. The arms are on. The arms are also on ball joints, so they can move forward and backwards. They can move out a little bit, but not much. This kind of, if you fold it down, it can kind of get a little bit more motion, but very similar articulation, you know, swivel here, bend, you know, swivel at the wrist. No waist swivel, unfortunately, but it's kind of due to transformation. Ball joints at the legs, of course. There's also a swivel right below it. That I forgot to mention earlier. There's a mushroom peg there. The legs, you know, swivel, bend, ball joint at the foot as well. A hinge and a ball joint at the foot. Although the ball joint's a bit stiff and doesn't really work all too well. And the wings, of course, they can, you know, be folded out. You know, they're on the same articulation as before. So you can fold it out into this big wingspan. And of course, you've also got his sword. His sword can go into either hand, like that. You can hold it however he likes, you know. You can get him you can get this figure into some really nice poses. It's just a shame that it's kind of difficult for him to hold them because the chest, as you can see here, doesn't like to hold together all too well. You know, that will detach really easily and it will slide up and down. It's kind of annoying. The sword, I also found, can fit really easily into this gap here. I believe these gaps are to stop it from breaking with these mushroom pegs. I think it's something to do with air not being able to get out or something. But I don't think that'll break it too much. So here you can put the sword on his leg like that. It does kind of collide with the wing a little bit, and mine's a little bit bent because of it. But I think it works alright. So, a size comparison next to Optimus again. There he is. You see, Optimus towers over him. You know, especially compared to their alt modes, where Optimus was so much smaller and just now he's just towers over him. Of course, he's got this massive backpack, you know, and that, you know, his legs really gave him lots of width and all sorts. But yeah, I really, really like this guy. I really do like this figure. I'm hoping at some point to get the Skeletron repaint, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they just re-released it in the Studio Series line at some point. So I might be able to pick it up then, along with maybe another Dragon Storm, since mine's broken. But yeah, that's about it for this video. So I guess that's Salut BC out.